Hi there everybody, it's the Southern Gospel Gardener, Chris Henry. Thanks for joining me on another episode of The Opening Act. Today, we're going to be opening up a great album by Legacy 5, one of America's favorite quartets, one of my favorite groups. Love these fellas, and this album is called A Wonderful Life. So we're going to open up this album, listen to some of the songs on it while we take care of two corners here in the yard. We're going to plant a tree in one corner, and the other corner, I'm not really sure what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. So why don't you join me today, and we'll get to work here in the garden and listen to some great gospel music.
Living in the palace, dining with the king, joining the angels as they sing. Holy is our God.
This is the southeast corner of my backyard. We don't do a whole lot of work over here, although we've got some nice things here. We've got this little purple plant. This is called purple allium. It's like a tulip. It shoots up for a few months, has a nice bloom, and then it's gone. We also have a mugo pine over here, a rock camellia. Right here, we've got some daffodil bulbs. They shoot up every year, and this is the third year in a row that they've shot up, but no flowers. Well, you know what Jesus says about a tree with no fruit, and a bulb with no flowers isn't doing me much good. So we're going to do something over here. We're going to move some stuff around, and then we're going to add a particular tree that I think you're going to like. This is called a Colorado blue spruce, or it might be called a hoopsie blue spruce. Either way, it's got this nice blue-green texture. It's a slow-growing spruce tree, evergreen tree, and I'd like to have this right over here in this corner, providing some color over here. I think it's going to look pretty good, especially right next to this mugo pine. So while I'm prepping the soil, I'm going to have to move the bark out of the way, get some of these daffodils out, maybe move some of the African iris, half of it, take it in half and get rid of it. While we're doing that, let's listen to the opening song on this Legacy 5 album called A Wonderful Life.
It's a wonderful life I'm a-living. Jesus is my best friend. He keeps loving and giving and pouring out blessings with mercy that never ends. It's a wonderful life I'm a-living. Every day is better than before. And to think of all that heaven holds in store, I couldn't ask for anything more.
All right, our hole is dug right here, and so we're going to move the tree in. Of course, we're going to put a little bit of fertilizer in here and a little bit of soil amending because there was quite a few rocks and pebbles as I was digging this out, so we need to make the soil a little bit softer for the tree so the roots can get out. And while we're doing that, let's listen to my favorite song on this album. It's going to feature Scott Howard, called Destination Known.
Destination known, I'm going home, where all is joy and all is glory. My Savior's arms are waiting for me. Loved ones will be there. Nothing can compare to where my journey ends before the throne. Destination known.
Well, that looks pretty good right there. You know, this is going to be a tree that's going to slowly grow and fill this corner. It's not going to be a fast growing tree or this enormous tree. It's just going to be a nice tree here in the corner to provide some color, some contrast. I think it's going to look good. Well, we've got another project to do, but I'm still tossed up about what we're going to accomplish. So let's think about this. All right, here we are over here on it's kind of a tucked away corner of the house. Got the air conditioning unit right behind me, and there's the green rocks. There's some good colorful rocks right there. I found them on a highway somewhere here in California on a green mountain. This is called Mariposa Quartz. It's got this green color, kind of like the tree that we just planted. So it's going to look good on the other side of the yard. I think we'll make we'll call it a fake path, and it'll just be there for looks. Now, right behind me, you may recognize this tree. We pulled this tree out in the last episode, episode 20, with the Collingsworth family. And I found a good place for it over here by the air conditioning unit. I'm glad I didn't videotape this and show you how to do it, because there was a ton of rock and old cement sitting right under this. It was not a pretty picture to see me having to dig through all that. But anyway, this is where it ends up. It's just to show you, sometimes a tree may not look great and you have to pull it out, but you can always relocate it to a different place. So while I'm taking this green rock and moving it over to where we need to set it up for a path, why don't we listen to another Legacy 5 song from this particular album. And they actually made a situational video out of this song called Ask Me Why.
Ask me who, and I'll tell you it's Jesus. Ask me how, and I'll say it's the blood. Ask me where, and I'll take you to Calvary. Ask me why, and I'll tell you it's love.
We've got all our green rocks piled up. Now in the last episode you saw me plant this coral bark maple, Japanese maple right here. We've got this dragon's leaf Japanese maple over here. So we've got red and we've got this green leaf with the red stems. Now we're going to put this green rock in a faux trail right behind me to add some more color to what I'm calling the color corner of my yard. So let's clear some bark. We're going to start laying the rocks down in a particular pattern that'll look good while we listen to a song called God Had a Hand in It. And let me tell you why I like this song, because it talks about how God had a hand in all of creation. There's no big bang, there's no evolution to it, and yeah, now I know I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for that, but of course that's the way it always is. They're just fine with you until you tell them that God created everything, and then they go all ape crazy on you. Anyway, let's listen to that song while I put this path in.
It only took 6 days and 6 nights of work.
He created all the wonders of the universe
with just a mighty brush stroke and a flick of the wrist.
When you got the rainbow at your fingertips.
God had a hand in it. My God had a hand in it. His master planned it. It all began with it. There ain't no big bang about it. There may be those who doubt it. They just refuse to get it. God had a hand in
Well, I'd say my color corner's looking pretty good. With all these trees, the Mariposa Quartz faux path down. I'd say we've got a lot of good color here, the kind of color that I want in this corner. So right now, I've just got to deadhead some tulips, and this corner will be exactly where I want it. But right next to me is a rose bush that we planted in episode number 3 with the darts. It was a small rose bush. Now it's a large rose bush with beautiful bright pink roses. And I like to show off things in my yard as they grow and get older. And that's what you can do, is plant things in your yard, and as they get older, as they grow, they'll become more and more beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this episode with Legacy 5's album, A Wonderful Life. Tune in to the next episode, and we'll see you again. And let me tell you why I like this song, because it... Hi, Lucy. Get out of here.